Welcome to episode 7 of the Unemployed Journeyman with AS Monaco here in the French Ligue 1. And in today's episode, we've got a league game at home against Bordaux, and then the second leg of a Europa League round of 16 tie against Real San Sebastian. Welcome to the video, folks, and let's get straight into what's been happening since you were last with us. In yesterday's episode, we had Lyon and Union Berlin, both at home. Lyon obviously in the league, Union Berlin in the Europa League. The win against Union Berlin in the Europa League meant we qualified for the round of 16. We avoided that playoff round. We didn't get the 2 additional fixtures. Lovely stuff. Since then, we played Metz in the league, a 2-0 win away from home against them. This was actually a lot tougher than what the stats would have you believe. To look at this, you'd think we absolutely dominate, but this was a lot tougher than you'd think. Musa, with both the goals in this game, was 2-0 up at half time, and yeah, we saw it out basically. They had shots at goal, they just couldn't get a single shot on target. So in that respect, we did play very well. As you can see from our team here, it was a strong team. We didn't go light or anything like that. It was a strong team. Then we played Nice in the round of 11 of the French Cup, and we basically fully rotated for this game, or mostly rotated. We had Muniz and Aduls in the centre of defence. Sardella was on the right hand side, and midfield was a complete change with Fofana, Cordoba, and Fernandez. We kept Vanderson, Ruiz, and Levi as a strikers. Basically, that Levi and Ruiz had terrible games, quite honestly. And we got beaten by 2 goals from corners. Todibo with both the goals. Looking at the stats, we just weren't on it at all, and we were out of the French Cup at the 11th round stage. The next round would have been the quarter-final. But I'm not too disheartened by that. It's only the French Cup. The Europa League and especially Ligue 1 take priority over that. Then in the league, we played Reims, who beat us earlier on in the season, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. Yes, they beat us 1-0 in the previous fixture this season. This time round, we beat them 3-1 at home. Goals from Levi, Enrique and Puxtus. Espinoza also getting an assist, and they got a consolation goal in the 93rd minute. This was fairly comfortable. We had most of the possession, better pass completion, more shots at goal, more shots on target, all that sort of stuff. And it was a fairly comfortable game, all being said. Then we played against Lorient. We've had a little nice-ish run of fixtures as well here. We then played Lorient away from home and beat them 2-0. Levi getting on the score sheet again, along with Enrique, Vanderson and Musa getting the assists. And yeah, I mean, they didn't even get a shot at goal, let alone on target. This was just total domination from us, really. And it was as comfortable of a win as we've had all season. Could probably argue maybe it would have been nice to have scored more. Then we played Strasbourg, and this was at home, 4-0 win in this game. Levi with a hat-trick in this game, with Espinoza getting on the score sheet in between time as well. We did play Cordoba out on the right-hand side in place of Vanderson. Just want to try and give the guy a bit of game time, trying him out there, see what he's like. You know, I've not been overly impressed with Vanderson this season, but Levi getting a hat-trick. His goals this season, he's already the club's top goal scorer, and he's only been here since the 1st of January. He's been here 2 months, he's our top goal scorer. It's mad. Then we played Auxerre in the league away from home, a 4-0 win against struggling Auxerre. And Puxtus had a goal disallowed in the 14th minute, but then he scored in the 15th minute with a Levi assist. Then Abel Ruiz getting on the score sheet, Cordoba with the assist. Then Espinoza picked up an injury, and then goals from Barashina and Levi before Musa then missed a penalty. So we could have won this 6-0. We probably could have won it 7 or 8-0, to be honest. It was, again, total domination on our part. And then the first leg of the Europa League round of 16 tie against Real San Sebastian. I actually thought this was going to be a lot closer, because Real San Sebastian are a very good team, and we just beat them, and we beat them comfortably. Barashina with 2 goals, the first and the last. Puxtus and Ruiz with the goals as well. Sardella and Barashina with the assists. I mean, Barashina, 2 goals and an assist in this game. All he needed to do was keep a clean sheet, and it would have been, I'm sure that would have been a 10 out of 10 if he kept a clean sheet. But yeah, Sardella playing in place of the injured Espinoza. he got an assist for it, doing exactly what I wanted him to do. And as you can see from the stats, it was a dominating performance from us away from home. So today we play Bordaux at home, followed by Real San Sebastian at home a few days later. In terms of the transfers, there is one more transfer to bring you up to speed on. It's one going out, not coming in. Idris Rosset has gone to Standard Liège for 1.1 million, rising to 1.3 million. It's only signed as a last resort. He's a 5'11" centre back, could potentially play at right back. We've got no need for him. He's not particularly good. He's 1.5 star current ability with 1.5 to 3 star potential ability. The fact that we was able to get just over $1 million for him, I thought it's better to get that than just let him go on a free. Something I'm going to try and be better at is getting money for players that we would otherwise just let go, rather than just letting them go for nothing. Even if we get a couple of 100,000, it's better than nothing. So overall, in this summer's transfers, 167 million has come in, 106 million has gone out. There's been significant investment in our first team this season, and we've also got rid of players that really needed to go. With the example of Wilfried Singo, who I would have quite happily kept around, but we weren't about to turn down, like I said yesterday, £50+ million for him. If we go to dynamics, team cohesion is good, club atmosphere is very good, managerial support is good. If we have a look at the hierarchy as well and click on here, bear in mind, when we first arrived, we had nobody supporting me, 5 players opposing me, and the rest of them were all meh about me. We click on it now. Garcia opposes me. That's because we've had a bit of a falling out. 9 players support me, including one of our team leaders. And Garcia, to be fair, he's only a recent addition to this. And his might actually be more to do. Where's the promises on it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, he wants a new deal. That's what's done it more. It's not that I've left him out of the squad. He wanted a new deal. Thankfully, 5 players disagree with him. Nobody agrees with him. So therefore, it's not affecting us from a dynamics perspective. Right, what I think we'll do now is we'll go into the Matchday Centre for the first game of today's episode, which is going to be against Bordaux. Okay, here we are ready for the game against Bordaux. PSG have just beaten Lorient 4-1, by the way. They are currently 11 points clear in the table. We're 9 points ahead of Nice with a game in hand. We're 15 points ahead of Marseille and RC Lens. So in terms of getting a place in the top 4, with 10 games to go of the season, we would need a spectacular collapse if we were to concede 15 points over the teams below us, basically. And that is a great position to be in. We are having a fantastic season, there's no doubt about that. I have only just as I was about to click record for this part of the video, I've only just realised that there's only 18 teams in the league, and therefore there's only going to be 34 games this season. I thought there's 20. But yeah, 10 games from the end of the season for us. It'd be 9 after today. The end of the season is coming quickly. So let's get into the Matchday Centre. The team we're going to go with is Verbruggen in goal, Enrique left back, Espinosa right back, Barachina and Vandenberg in the centre of defence, Fofana, Santos and Puxtas in the centre of midfield, Ruiz and Cordoba out wide with Levi up top. In terms of injuries, Yunus Musa is currently out injured. He's going to be back in a few days. If he was available now, he would be in here and Santos would be where Fofana is. Mateus Fernandez is back from his injury. And Garcia, obviously, we can't register. So other than that, it's pretty much as you would expect us to be. So let's get into the game. And Bordaux, this is a game we should be winning. They are 14th in the league, so they're, 4th from bottom. And we are at home. We are in very good form, as you can see. Things are really starting to click. And like I say, Erez Levi, a 18, 19-year-old, whatever he is, striker, that we bought him for £3 million. We'll do a bit more of a deep dive in him before the game against San Sebastian. Oh, well, Bordaux have taken the lead. Here's me thinking this was going to be a nice, comfortable game. And 6 minutes in, they scored a goal direct from a corner. And they've taken a surprise the lead, I have to say. But yeah, we'll take more of a deep dive into Erez Levi between the two games. But he's just been a phenomenon, quite honestly. Right, here's the next highlights with us. Puxtas goes back to Vandenberg. He gets it back and goes to Andre Santos. Erez Levi scored, but it might be offside. I'm not sure if that... It kind of looked like it was offside, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, no, it's been given. Oh, wow. Erez Levi, his goal stands. It's 1-1. We're back on level terms. And we have the next highlight. Fofana to Ruiz. Ruiz gives it away. They can come forward now. I'm finding it hard to actually see the Bordaux players in their kicks. It kind of blends in with the pitch quite a bit. But that was a bit of a weak effort from Bordaux. Yeah, on the darker green strips of the pitch, their kick kind of blends in a little bit. But the ball's... Oh, it's gone in. What are we doing? What is happening to us? Bordaux are a poor team. We're in incredible form. And we're 2-1 down. I mean, I don't know. I just don't get it sometimes. I really don't. I mean, I'm laughing about it because we're in a pretty comfortable position. We're never going to win the league. I mean, PSG just don't stop winning. I mean, they are some sort of cheat code in this league. They really are. Right, here's Cordoba on the right-hand side. Gives the ball away. See what I mean? There's always the theme that we're always giving the ball away when we play poorly. It's just, oh, Cordoba, the ball into the box. Oh, my word. Most people wouldn't have been able to hit that over from that range if they wanted to. Right, let's give them a butt kicking because they need it after that performance. I mean, that is a terrible first half for us. I mean, to be fair, it's not terrible. We've actually been the better team. But we just can't, or somehow we've found ourselves losing. And I don't really know how. Right, Levi goes through to Enrique. Someone took a shot. That will happen very quickly. I have no idea who took that shot. Enrique's on a yellow card. He's going to take the corner over on the right-hand side. It'll be an in-swinger towards the near post. Oh, and it's a goal from Barricina. His 6th goal of the season. Our club captain, Hugo Barricina, with the goal. It's 2-2. There's now time to still go on and win this game. Come on, boys. Let's do this. We want to get a win. Right, Cordoba, I think, is going to come off because he's looking rather tired. So I think we bring Vanderson on for him. I'm on the verge of taking... Do you know what? I'm actually going to take Ruiz off for Navarro. I said I was on the verge of it. I'm more than on the verge of it. I'm actually doing it. Right. 30 minutes or 25 minutes now of the second half remaining. That was a poor goal kick from them. Levi has got it. Gives it to Espinosa. Gets across into the box. And it's a goal from Erez Levi. The referee's got his finger in his poxy ear again. Oh, this annoys me. It's awarded. I mean, it should have been awarded. It was a cross where he was clearly behind the ball. I don't know how that was even debatable. This is what's frustrating me with these VAR. I hate it. I hate VAR. Right, here's the next highlight. Santos gives the ball to Vanderson. He passes it to Puxtas, to Santos. The referee wants to get out of the way. Vanderson now on this right-hand side. Puts it into Puxtas. And Puxtas has gone over the bar quite wildly, really. Right, let's have another look at what we're doing. So, Enrique, I think, can probably come off. And we bring on Sardella for him. And Puxtas can come off as well. We'll bring on Mateus Fernandez for him. We'll just leave that one substitution for between the 80th and 90th minute. Right, Espinosa to Fernandez. Espinosa again. Is Fernandez to Santos. Oh. I mean, if we can keep hold of this, I'm going to be quite relieved at getting a 3-2 win. And we shouldn't be getting or being relieved at a win against Bordaux, in all honesty. Right, Odals can come on for him. We'll swap them two over. I make that substitution a lot in game where I'll just put Vandenberg out on the right to take Espinosa off and swap players over sort of thing. Right, Vanderson with the free kick. He's in a good position. If he can get a ball to Barricina here, this could be 4-2. Vanderson puts it in the box. Oh, we had a shot at goal. Navarro. Here's Levi again. Another 2 goals for him. I think that's like 16 goals this season. It's mental how many goals he's scored. Fofana. Fernandez. Vandenberg on the right-hand side. Back inside towards Vanderson to Fofana. Santos. Oh, close to 4-2. 6 minutes of time added on at the end of the second half. 2 goals from Levi, 1 from Barricina is enough to give us a 3-2 win against Bordaux. We managed to turn it around after going 1-0 down and 2-1 down. And I think we're just going to say nice work, everyone. I want to just keep them happy for now. Right, that is a relieved victory against Bordeaux. We're 8 points behind PSG. We're 12 points ahead of Nice. I mean, basically, PSG are out on their own. We're then on our own in second place. I'm going to call it and say that we are definitely going to get top four. We're 18 points clear of RC Lens with 9 games of the season. I mean, they've got 10 to be fair, but 9 games for everyone else to go. Real San Sebastian is up next, and we'll go to the Matchday Centre right now for that game. Right, before we get to the actual game against Real San Sebastian, where we do lead 4-1, so we are heavy favourites to go through. Just a couple of things to show you. First of all, the youth intake came in a few weeks ago. They've called it an excellent intake. I mean, it's good in terms of these two players here, Robin Vidal-Fredden and Xavier Billy, who have both been signed up to permanent deals. The rest of them is pretty rubbish, to be quite honest. But Robin Vidal-Fredden, he's the best one of the lot. 2-star current ability with 3.5 to 4.5 star potential. He's got 16 for tackling, 16 for technique, 17 for determination, 16 for work rate. He's got a pretty decent starting point, really, at the age of 15. He can play as a ball-in midfielder and an anchor. We'll train him as an anchor. In actual fact, if we go into his training now, we'll do him as a defensive midfielder, as an anchor, on defend, take control of his training. His strength does need some improving, so we'll start off there. That will give him strength and jumping reach as additional focus for his training. So that's him underway. Xavier Billy, 1.5 star current potential with 3 to 4 star potential ability. Sorry, 1.5 star current ability, 3 to 4 star potential. And I mean, his finishing, to be fair, has gone up. It was 8 when he first came in, so it has gone up to 9. So yeah, he's potentially going to be here as a striker. His finishing will obviously need to improve. We'll go into his training as well. Oh, he hasn't finished. He isn't on a professional contract yet, so we can't do that with him. So we'll wait till he is, and then we can sort him out. The rest of them, a lot of them will stay. All these ones down here, I imagine, will end up going, but my director of football takes care of all that for me. Right, what I did want to show you is if we go to this screen here, Erez Levy, 16 goals this season. If we just click on his profile, 3.5 star current ability with 5 star potential. He is described as a wonderkid. Look at his fit. I mean, this is just incredible to look at for someone that's 18 years old. He turns 19 in a couple of weeks' time. And his one negative is that he doesn't connect with Christian Garcia. To be fair, you don't need to connect with him, so I'm not really worried about it. 15 appearances, 16 goals, only the 1 assist. He's a bit of a selfish player, I'd imagine. And he's on a 7.52. That's overall. In terms of Ligue 1, 7 appearances, 13 goals, 1 assist, and average rating of 8.27. Bearing in mind that he's only played 7 Ligue 1 games. If we then go to the competitions page, click on League 1 Uber Eats, he's a 3rd top goal scorer with 13 goals. He's only played 7 games. I mean, Eddie Nketiah, there's something wrong with that Eddie Nketiah is a top goal scorer in any division. But Eddie Nketiah and Goncalo Ramos are the top goal scorers. Ramos has made 23 appearances for his 14 goals, 7 of which have been from the subs bench. And Eddie Nketiah has made 24 appearances for his 14 goals, 8 of which have been from the subs bench. And then you've got Levi that's made 7 appearances with 13 goals. He is absolutely a cheat code. I'm telling you he is. Right, that's all of that taken care of. Let's get into the actual game. We'll turn on the opposition instructions. We have made a few changes to this team. Vandenberg and Espinosa I'm putting on the bench because they're 1 yellow card away from suspension. I don't really want to lose them for the first leg of the quarter-final. And Vanderson is on a yellow card as well, but I don't really mind as much about him. But we have Verbruggen in goal, Enrique left back, Sardella right back, Baracina and Aduls in the centre of defence, and Andre Santos, Puxtas and Cordoba in the midfield. I've moved him out from the right into the centre. Vanderson is on the right, Ruiz on the left, with Levi up top. Let's get straight into the game. And hopefully me leaving players out, pretty much leaving out half of our defence, isn't going to cause us to get knocked out of the Europa League in rather humiliating fashion, I'll have to say. considering we're 4-1 up from the first leg. But this isn't a great start. Right, here we go. We've got the ball. Levi has it in the midfield. He needs to be a bit more further up. Puxtus to Abel Ruiz. Back to Puxtus. Puxtus. Oh, and it's Puxtus with his 7th goal of the season. 1-0 on the night in the 2nd minute. The perfect way to start. Just any slight doubts there were that we were going to make a mess of this. And the only reason why I'm talking about making a mess of things is because if you remember from my time at FC Tokyo, we had the Champions League semi-final against Shonan. 4-0 up from the first leg. And we came very close to throwing that away. 3-0 down in the 2nd leg before we eventually managed to get a goal ourselves. But yeah, that's why I'm still a bit nervous even though we're 4-1 up. Here's Enrique now to Santos. Out to Vanderson to Sardella. Oh, Cordoba had quite the chance to get on the score sheet there. And I think we'll turn this into match momentum. There you go. I mean, it's all us. That's a clue I'll give you in terms of who's having the better of the match. This doesn't tell quite the same story. They've had 61% possession. Considering we play a possession-based tactic, that is quite a surprise. If you looked at the match or saw the match momentum chart just before we cut to this highlight, San Sebastian really have come into it in the last few minutes of this half, or last few minutes so far. Right, Sardella almost gives it away, but gives it to Vanderson. Andre Santos. Abel Ruiz. Cordoba. Nahul Cordoba with the goal. The referee's going to have a review of it. He's probably going to disallow it, let's be honest. But let's see what he comes up with. Yeah, it has been disallowed. Cordoba's goal is struck off. It stays 1-0 on the night. Enrique with the corner. Whips it in and Barracina. What a goal from a corner. The way he angled his head to that. 7th goal of the season. 2-0 on the night to AS Monaco. 6-1 on aggro. I mean, this has been far too easy against a Real San Sebastian team that I actually thought were pretty decent. They usually are good in Football Manager. I think when I checked before we played them in the first leg, they were something like 9th in La Liga. So that probably tells you quite a bit in itself. We have only actually had 2 shots on target. We scored from both of them. So that's quite alarming, really. We've only had 2 shots on target, but I can't really complain. We are winning the game. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on Christian Garcia, give him a bit of time in the team, and Vanderson, who as usual is playing rubbish, he can come off. Navarro can come on for him, and it also means that because Vanderson hasn't got a yellow card, he will be available for the next leg as well. And we'll make a couple more substitutions now. I think what we'll do is Muniz can come on for Barracina. Don't usually take Barracina off, to be fair. He's probably wondering what's going on. And I think we'll bring Mateus Fernandez on for Cordoba. 15 minutes left of the game. As it is so far, it's been another successful episode with the 3-2 win against Bordaux, 2-0 on the night against Real San Sebastian, 6-1 on aggregate, couple of minutes to be added on. That is it. It's all over. We are through to the quarter-final of the Europa League. And when you kind of get to the quarter-final, you start to dream of whether you can win the competition or not, you know? We do have Lille in a couple of days' time. Not sure when the draw is for the Europa League. If we just click on a minute, maybe it'll tell us when we get to here on the 22nd. Oh, 22nd of the 3rd. Okay, so you'll find out in the next episode who we're going to be playing. And in terms of when we come back, so this is where the the quarterfinal kicks off. So I think what we might do is we might do the Europa League semi-final 2nd leg and then the game at home against PSG. So that will be the quarterfinals done there. We will get the season finished this week, so that Monday probably will be the transfer special. So yeah, we'll come back tomorrow for the semi-final, the quarter-final, 2nd leg against whoever, and the game against PSG. Can we get a win against PSG. That would be amazing if we could. Right, join me tomorrow for that. Thank you very much for watching, folks. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode.